Well, hello and welcome to LoriStampingPlace.blogspot.com. So glad you could join me today. I know I've been off for a few days. I had some major surgery done and I'm recuperating. And so I thought, well, I'll make a video today. I'm feeling pretty good. So I wanted to do, I know I did those template cards and things, and I thought, I'm not getting very many views and likes and stuff on those. So I thought what I would do is for the last two video sections, the volumes, I think it's 9 and 10, I thought what I would do is we'll just make the cards. So how about if we just make these samples, or the sample to go with this. So this is the accordion fold out number 1 in volume 10. And I like this one. And I found this paper I had and I thought, I'm gonna use it because I think it's beautiful. And it's got this on the other side, but I want to use the flowers. So I'm also going to use an old stamp set called Art and Bloom, Stampin' Up. I love this one. And so we're going to do that. And I have my colors all chosen. This was the sample that I had originally made. So I didn't show it to you yet. So this is another idea. And I just like this. I think it's such a fun card. So let's get started. So today we're gonna need, I do want to give you the measurements and they will be in the bottom of the description down below. So to make this, we're gonna need a piece of colored cardstock, and I chose some pink color right here. And it's 9 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then you're going to score it at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2, and I wrote that right in here. Okay, so you're going to score it at 3, what did I say, 6 1/2? Yeah, 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. You're going to score it, and then these little this piece back here is 4 by 5 1/4. This piece of purple. And then I put a piece that's, oh, I take that back. It's not either. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The inside piece that we're going to put in, which is this DSP that I'll show you, is that is 4 by 5 1/4. And so, like I said, I will have all the measurements down in the bottom. And so, I just wanted to let you know that up front about that. So let's do this. Okay, so first of all, I took my piece. I want black. I like black. It just pops it right out. So this black piece again is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we're going to take a piece of DSP and we're going to put that over it. And that measures 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to bring you down now so that you can watch me, make this. So let's get down here where the table is. I think that's pretty good. Let me get off my scissors. Okay, so let's get this a little more over here. I think that'll work great. Okay, so we're going to take this piece first and we're going to glue this or tape it or whatever you want to use. I like my glitter glue. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Hopefully, I haven't used it. Oh, good, it's still coming out. I haven't used it for a while, so I was hoping it wasn't all clogged up. And I'll put that on there. And we're going to take it and put it right on this black piece with leaving a border around it. And then I'll take my little spatula tool and smooth it out. And there we have that. So I like that. I just think it pops it right out. And I got this little spatula tool at the Dollar Tree. So it was only like $1.25. And I think I got some other things with it, but I use that a lot. Okay, so then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my, I'm going to take the inside part of my card, the part that makes the accordion fold right here. Okay, so we're going to put that together. So I scored it at 3, what did I say? 3 1/4, and I scored it at 6 1/2. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to fold the 6 1/2 one over. Use my little tool here to burnish that. And then I'm going to fold this one back on itself. Okay, so you just saw what I just did. I folded it over and then I folded it back. And that gives us this little mechanism. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, let's kind of put this part together here. So we're going to set that aside for a moment. We're going to take a piece of white that is 3 by 4, and then all the pieces that are going to go on here are going to be 3 by 4 also. Okay, so we're going to take this piece of white. First of all, I want to stamp it. Okay, so I'm going to reach under here and get my black ink, and I'm going to stamp it, and it says, "You're a rare find." So I'm going to ink that up. Hopefully get lots of ink on here. I don't want it too light, and I'm going to stamp that right on there. "You're a rare find." Just like that. And I'm thinking also what I want to do is I'm going to take one of these flowers, probably this one, and I'm going to ink it up also. I think that's pretty good, and I'm going to stick it down here in the corner like this. Yep, just like that. Put the lid back on my ink so it doesn't dry up. So now I've got this. Now I could leave it like that if I want, but you know, I like coloring things, so I'm going to reach over here and grab my colored pencils, and I have a pink in here, and I have a purpley color, and I'm going to use that. So what I'm going to do is kind of outline the little lines darker and go over this. Okay, you can see what I'm doing here, because I like to do that. My mom used to do this when she used to color with me when I was little, and she always outlined all kinds of things, and it really added to it. I'm also going to get out a yellow here, because, and these are just watercolor pencils that I have on hand, because I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in the center of this flower. And then I'm going to take this one, which is another kind of a pink, and I'm going to color this, and just color it lightly so that it kind of looks like the flowers that are on my paper, the DSP. Color this all in, and if I don't get it all colored, that's okay. Flowers have some light parts in them where there's not color. So that's kind of what I'm doing there to finish the inside of my, the inside. Okay, then we're going to take some glue, and we're going to put this on here. I probably ought to put the lid on this as I'm waiting, because I don't want it to clog up the end because it's sitting too long. Okay, then I'm going to take my little tool here and burnish that down so we have the inside. Okay, then we're going to take, and I thought, I I don't know, but I like this blue on here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just making another layer. And you can do this with your cards because it just came to me that I wanted to make another layer. I don't have 2 layers on this one, but some black in between here would be really nice. But I didn't think of that at the time. So what I'm gonna do, this is how I do it without trying to measure everything down. I'm gonna take this piece that's 3 by 4, and I'm gonna leave just a little border here. Just a little border on the edges, just barely some blue. Burnish that one down, and then I'm going to go down here at this end and put this other one. Okay, and make it just so there's barely any blue. Okay. And then what I do, I'm gonna put the cap back on that. Then what I do is I take my scissors, and I'm gonna use some bigger scissors here. And I'm just gonna go around and make this just really, really thin border of blue. And then do it here. To me, it's a cheater's way, but it works. And then you can see I just have that little edge of blue. Because I don't want a lot, because I don't want to take up my whole space. So I just want barely some blue. Now let's see, that's not wanting to stick down there very well. And we'll get a little blue right here. Okay, I think that'll work. Get rid of the scratch paper. We'll hope it'll work, okay? And it still does. It still fits in there. Yay. Okay, and I kind of like the blue. Black would have been good, but we're going to try the blue. Yeah, even a dark color would have been nice. But it goes with my flowers, so that's what I'm looking for. Pulling out some of the colors that are in the flowers, and then I'm going to put this one over here. Okay, put that one on this side, making sure I don't go over those lines, the score lines. Don't want to do that. And then here's the inside of this will be the inside of this. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to add to this. A couple more things I want to add to this. I'm probably not going to stamp the flowers like I was going to, because this is so busy. I don't need more flowers. But I'm going to take a piece of black, and I'm going to put some, let's see, this one's a little thinner, so maybe I'll use that one. And I'm just going to put some glue on here, and I'm going to stick it right over this, trying to get it even. And it just adds some more dimension to my card, I think. And maybe I'll do one more over this away. I think I will. That's just for fun. And I'm gonna stick it up here like this. And then I have this for a sentiment on the front. I'm gonna take and put this on here. And I always put them sideways, that way I can make sure I get it straight. And I'm going to use black ink and make sure I got it the right side up. It says "Dear Friend," and I'm going to stamp that on here. Put the lid back on this one, and then I'm going to glue this to this little piece and This is, I think it's a 2 by a 1/2 inch. And then this one's just a little bigger. I did the same thing. I just laid it on there and then cut around it. That's kind of how I do those when I don't want to deal with 1/8 and 1/16 and all that stuff. And that's pretty good right there. And then I think what I'm going to do is, I didn't get my pop dots up. Instead of gluing this down, I want a little more dimension, so I'm going to get my, I'm going to turn around here because they're in my caddy over here. I'm going to get my, let's see if I can reach them. I'm going to get these little pop dots, or get these little dimensionals, is what they're really called. I call them pop dots, but they're dimensionals. And I'm going to put a couple, let's see, I'm going to put a couple on here, I'll put one here, and I'll put one here, and I'll put one in the center. There, we have 3 of them, and they're just these little dimensional things that I get at the dollar store. Okay, so we'll take the backing off of these, and we're almost done with this card. This is really a quickie card, and we even did some coloring. So we're going to stick this on here like this, and then we're going to, the last thing we need to do is we need to put it on our base. So I'm going to fold it all up. I'm going to open up my glue, take that off, and we're going to put glue on here. And then we're going to stick it down. We're going to try to get it centered on this part here with the same amount on all the sides. Push it down a little bit, and then I'm going to open it up. Make sure that it's straight. Take this and then make that glue squish with the other side of the paper. And there's our card. So there you go. And again, this was called a accordion fold out. Okay, so I hope you like this, and I mean, you can just use your imagination, and I mean, you can see what I did with this one. I added some bling. I did it in a square. Then I had a plain. I took the back side of the paper and used it instead of the flower print, and put a couple of flowers on it and made this one. And then this is the one we just now made. And I like it. I think it's pretty. Okay, so I just want to tell you thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you give this a try. Let me know what you think. If you like it and you want to see more, click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, that would be wonderful if you would. And I really appreciate it. And so thank you so much, and have a great day. And until next time, happy creating. Bye.